All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the release for The Walking Dead issue 192, which is coming up in June. We just have news that Robert Kirkman has confirmed it is going to be a double-sized issue, or at least an extended release, more than the usual. Does this confirm, spoiler warning, Rick's fate? Alright, and spoiler warning again, like I said, I'll put the link in the description if you guys are not cut up for the Walking Dead comic book series. Just being careful, did a video yesterday, discussing whether or not we thought Rick would survive on past issue 200. I mentioned 200 because I didn't want to, spoil it too badly or anything for anybody who hasn't read issue 191 yet, because it did just come out, last week. So now we have news for the Walking Dead issue 192 that it's going to be an extended issue, right? So this one's going to be 30 pages according to Robert Kirkman. So that is a lot. That is more than the usual run for an issue of The Walking Dead. And basically everybody at this point, pretty much everyone, is convinced that Rick is dead. Like, this is it. Rick is being killed off right now. Rick is dead in the comic book series. And this, this one's really crazy for me. I mean, the fact that this issue is extended just makes it seem like even more, oh, okay, this is actually going to happen. I'm also surprised that this happened before the big issue 200, because it almost feels like you'd probably want to leave a big death like that to issue 200, for the big 200 release. But that's not what we saw. I mean, we saw Sebastian shoot Rick, and I just figured that. I don't know. I just figured somehow Rick could survive. It's because we've had 190 issues of the comic series prior to 191, and Rick's always made it through before. He's always seemed to survive before, but maybe not this time. So Dominick Ambrosio said, "Wow, I've never seen Rick, or I never saw or thought Rick would go out like this. I would have seen him, dying in a battle of something, but not a bratty ass kid, Sebastian, that shoots him accidentally with a wound like that. The only thing that could save Rick from dying is that the bullet went through him. But if it didn't hit any major organ or artery, otherwise, basically he's gone. So let's give our thoughts on that one too. Yeah, this is definitely not how I would have seen Rick go out. And also, in terms of like the issue release and everything like that, I didn't really have much of a reaction when I read it. You guys saw my review after 191 was released. I just kind of figured, I don't know. I read it through and I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. But it just didn't hit me that this is going to kill Rick, right? Like, this is Rick's death right here. It just didn't fit. It's not what I would have expected to see. It's not a 100 or 200 release. It's not a big battle, and then it's like at some kind of, pivotal point in a battle, like when he fought against Negan right at the end of All Out War, and he ended up winning that one. It's not a moment like that, and he has been, shot in the side before by a bolt. He's had his hand cut off before. Carl was shot in the eye, and everybody thought he was dead at that point, and he seemed to survive. So I'm not sure why. Psychologically, I guess for some reason, I just thought, well, okay, he'll make it. But the more you think about it, and the more you look at it, you see it's like right there, and it goes right through and everything, and there's nobody there. And also, it's not like they have, ambulances and modern, technology ready to go, defibrillators and whatever else they need. They can put people in things like they can induce comas and stuff like this in order to kind of give them a better chance and slow things down. And they have all these, advanced medical tactics that we have for people to get into, serious injury or serious things when serious things happen. Somebody gets shot, this kind of thing. They have procedures and things that they can do with modern medical science, right? But in this type of situation, it's not like that. So, based on the episode or the issue count, it really does sound like Rick is just dying. And it sounds like I've kind of been in denial since I read it, thinking like, oh, Rick will be fine. Somehow he'll survive. There'll be a dumpster or something, or I don't know. somehow he'll pull through. I guess it just didn't really hit me right away that, like, no, Rick is dead already. And that's what Baseball Lover 312 said. Issue 200, Rick isn't surviving 192. And like I said, I did that for 200, so it wasn't so spoilery for people who hadn't read one. Because I know a lot of people, one thing about The Walking Dead I've learned over the years is that people watch the TV series, so that's spoilery to a bit. But majority of the audience to watch the TV series do not read the comics. The amount of people that read the comics is like probably a tenth or less. You know, if you look at the comic sales, it's way lower. You know, you're not getting 5 million, or 10 million worldwide viewers per episode, every episode, or 15 like The Walking Dead used to do. A few years ago at its peak, 15 million people watch every episode. The Walking Dead comic series, it sells really good compared to comic books, but it's still a comic book. And a lot of people are not up with it. They're not caught up with it. So that's why I try to kind of, avoid, if I can, spoilers for it in that kind of way. Or we'll go with one from Ion Shiv, who says, Kirkman has to shake the series up eventually, and it feels like now is the time. The series has been going for 15 years. Rick has had a good run. Well, I guess he has. That's true. If he is killed off here, and again, I'm still kind of I guess he is killed off here, right? So now that he's dying, right, I guess we can kind of start to say that. And I hope that we're all kind of wrong and somehow he's able to survive this. I don't know, but I guess that's not going to happen. He's dead here. We're seeing Sebastian kill him off. Well, he's just sleeping, like that's, it's quite the lackluster death for the infamous Rick, right? But, Kirkman kind of likes to do that. He doesn't like the chosen one treatment or the, the special treatment that some people thought, would be worthy of Rick. He kind of, I think he likes to normalize things a lot, or kind of keep them as grounded, realistic, and down to earth as possible. And it's true that, that is kind of like real life, that sometimes that kind of shit just happens. And you don't expect it, and the victim doesn't always expect it, and there isn't always something they can do. Sometimes it's just some stupid kid with a gun, right? So, he has had a good run, man. He's had a really good run, and, man, I hope it's not over here, but, I guess it is, right? I guess we're going to see. So, the release date for the issue is June 5th, I believe, so that's coming up pretty soon, man. That's not far off, and, damn, dude. We'll be getting that after the release of Fear the Walking Dead. So Fear the Walking Dead will premiere, and then we'll get that release on June the 5th that same week. So that's going to be crazy, man. I mean, I'm kind of nervous about it because I really don't want to see Rick be killed off this way, and I don't want to see him be killed off right now. One of the things I like the best about the comic book series is that Rick's still there, and the TV series, they don't have that. And Carl especially. But if it's time for them to kind of switch over to Carl, then so be it. And it's true that he has been there for a really long time. And so I guess Kirkman wants to maybe shake it up a little bit more than that we thought. And he doesn't want things to kind of normalize out too much and for people to just kind of get used to stuff. And this one certainly is a bit of a shake-up. I mean, I'm used to the formula now. People are going to be killed off, but it just doesn't feel right? So Bongo King says, remember Carl was shot in the face, didn't think he would survive that, did we? So, I guess there's a few people still kind of on the other side. That's the side I was on, thinking that somehow he'd survive this. The more you think about it, it's like right there, it's like he can't. He is, this is his death right here. So I guess I'm just hoping that somehow we get a dumpster or patch or whatever, chest patch, I don't know. But I guess that's probably not the case, especially with this issue being extended. So that's true as well. Mike MC says a TV show after the Whisper War is likely done. Most people waiting for Rick to return and probably don't know he won't. So basically, people don't know that Rick's not returning in the TV series basically ever. I did see an article, I think comicbook.com said that they think that what we're seeing right now with Rick will be eventually adapted for Daryl. And that would be like season maybe 14 or 15 or something like that. You could see Daryl being killed off in the same way as Rick is in the comics. That makes sense to me. It's just I didn't see Rick being killed off this way. So it's kind of crazy. So Fox 5 with our last one says, done buying the comics after next issue. So he's finished. He's done. He's had enough after this. It's a little bit disappointing, right? It's maybe not what any of us wanted to see. But, I don't know, man. It's really a crazy one. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Is everybody basically in agreement right now that Rick is dead? That's the biggest question I have right now. Are we all basically agreeing as a community Rick is dead. There's no way he can survive this. We said in the issue, we are not the Walking Dead. And it sounds like maybe Kirkman has said, or the world of The Walking Dead has said, yes, you are. I don't know. I guess that's what we're seeing. Kind of sad, kind of lackluster. Not feeling great about it. Hoping that's not the case. But to see Carl take over in the comics would be kind of cool too, because he's a special character of the comics. We're never going to have a Carl in the TV series again. So that's one feather in the cap of the comics, is that they have a sweet, badass version of Carl that can take over now if Rick is not there. Let me know what you guys think, man. That's kind of the way I'm at. I'm kind of, a little bit stunned by it, but kind of almost impartial to it too, which is strange. Maybe that's because of the fashion in which it's going out. So let me know psychologically as well too. How is this impacting you guys to find this out and to read this issue through 191 through? Where are you at with this? Are you like, psychologically, how are you feeling? Are you saddened by it? Are you shocked by it? Are you kind of like me, where you're just kind of like, kind of impartial? That's how I feel. I kind of just feel impartial to it. I'm like, really? That's it? Okay. All right. If that's what's happening, I guess so. I guess Carl can take over. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. You can share, favorite, and subscribe if you're new. Leave me a comment, because I really want to see how you guys are feeling. That'll be it for this one, guys. We'll see you again soon for another. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.